Hi guys, my name is Santa Sagaro, aka the Caribbean Dove. I'm here today to talk about the Budget Mindset Planner. Let me show you. Ain't she isn't she lovely? Yeah, she's my baby, my third child, and I'm very proud of her. But I'll tell you a bit about how she came about. I'm very proud of the product, very proud of everything in it, every page in it has a story and it means something to me. But I'll tell you something. I'll tell you why I think this is so important and why I think it's such a good investment in somebody starting out, trying to be financially aware, trying to, practice financial wellness, which is, managing, having a budget, which is not paying your bills on loans, with loans, which is not having an emergency fund for when things go wrong, because things do go wrong. This is life. We couldn't have predicted the year that we're in, or the last year. We couldn't have predicted that. But to literally have a little plan in place for yourself, that when something does go wrong financially, or you have a little blip in life, that you're kind of prepared for that. And that's something that you don't have to worry, because when you don't have your finances in place, you don't have a budget, you don't have it, like, I'm not talking about having, investing and all that. I'm talking about literally the basics of not losing sleep, not being panicked and staying in a job because you feel that if you stay in this job, which makes you really unhappy, if you leave, then that's the end of your world. I just think that this is like the foundations of it, and I'll tell you why. Because I've had my own story, and like we all do, where sometimes you feel that it's the end of the world, when you don't have your finances in place, when you've never sat down and really looked at a proper budget for yourself. It can go crazy. It can go, your life can go down really rapidly if you have a sudden change. So there was I, 2020, I wish, 2018, with my beautiful babies. Liza was 4 months. We had a split with daddy, and I was paying a mortgage. I was literally, I'd say, functioning. It's that kind of crazy world where it's a bit of postnatal depression. You're not sleeping. You're trying to be the best mother you possibly can. And there I was. I had a 13-month-old, and he was 15 months, and then I had a 4-month-old, and we're literally just all trying to survive. I'm panicking over how to feed them. I'm not telling anybody anything because I've always been good. I got promoted to manager at my job. I've always had money coming in. I've always worked, but there I was on maternity leave. The next time I was going to be working was 7 months off, and I was going to have to survive on 235 per week, paying a mortgage of 1160 per month. So that will tell you like what was going on there. So we're not even talking about food. My savings were depleted because I had the kids back to back, and I felt lost. I felt really like, God, what else can I do? My granddad, who was like my best friend, he had just passed, and I felt like there was nothing else for me to do. You're just like, what else can I do? And when you don't have a clue of anything to do with budgeting as such, like, I've helped people, I've helped friends before. That's what I was thinking. This is the crazy part. I've helped friends before with budgeting in some way. Okay, I don't know if it was help, but I was like, maybe you don't need to do that. Maybe you need to do that. But maybe we should go out this weekend. Like, I'm helping you so we can go out. But I never really knew how to budget. I never really understood what a budget was. It was always kind of like, I'm good with money. I tell people like, oh, if we save a little bit, we can get a house and we can work hard. The work ethic was there, but there's a difference in work ethic and then managing that money that you work for. There's that middle bit in the bit, there's that middle bit where you're like crazy with it. So I set up, I started working for, sorry, my phone, my watch makes noises. I don't know. The kids love it. They keep playing with it. But anyway, I started up with Unique. I was selling makeup. I was doing everything. I thought that's all I needed to do, was just to hustle. And I did quite well, but it was exhausting. I was a new mom for the second time. And I had a young baby and I had a young toddler. And It was scary. I was crashing. I was crashing so hard that by the end of that year, I did not want to live. And I'm not going to lie, it's something that people should be honest and say. I didn't. I wanted to give up. I just didn't know any other way. I went to declare myself bankrupt. I backed out of it. Then I was going to go and do it in the new year. And then I just had this flip where I went onto YouTube, which I am here now, and I said, I typed in, how do I get out of debt fast? Like, how do I get out of this? You know, when does it stop? I don't want to ever be in this position again. I don't want to think about, losing my life or taking my own life and leaving my kids. Jesus, how could you be thinking that month after month? I don't ever want to be thinking like that again. I went to the doctor. I got myself sorted out to a certain point, but the anxiety is never going to go away from me. And this is always going to be probably a big thing for me. I think with managing money, I'm always going to have that fear if I'm not having enough money coming in. If I'm not paying off bills, if my savings isn't at a certain point, I'm always going to be in that position, I think, in my head. It's always going to be something for me. So from going from somebody who'd spent money like crazy to going to somebody who didn't have money to spend like crazy, who was still, it made me really think of my priorities. In the middle of that, in 2018, I was still trying to please people. Instead of putting my family and my well-being first, I still didn't have my priorities right. And that was part of it. I thought, if I got a student in, or if I did this, I did that, if I got money in, if I did that, I work extra hours, if I take a promotion, this will all fix it. It doesn't fix it unless you have a budget in place, unless you're financially aware, unless you know where your money is coming, where it's going, and what you need to do with it. And in 2019, I went onto Instagram and I was like, I'm going to be debt free. I owe 15 grand in debt and I'm going to clear this in the year. And that was after watching those YouTube videos and just typing in, how do I clear debt fast? I found a debt kicking mom and I was like literally going to church with her. I used to come on and go, what's she going to say now? I actually messaged her. I don't know. I don't think she's on right now, but I actually messaged her and just said, thank you so much. You have literally saved my life. And it was really good for me to see another mom just doing it. And I know she wasn't in the exact same circumstances. Her debt was a lot more. And obviously there was two of them. But she worked hard and I just loved what she was doing. I was like, oh, wow, this woman has blown my mind every single day. Every week she's turning up and she's paying off her debts. And if she can do it, I can do it, And I'm going to be accountable. So I'm going to go on Instagram because I'm never going to go back to where I was. And I have to be accountable because if I get back into this dark place again after failing trying to do this, God knows where I'm going to end up. And this is the truth. So I came onto Instagram. I think there was about 9 people in the Irish debt-free community at that time. And I was just so influenced by the Americans and what they were saying and the Dave Ramseys and, listening to the baby steps. And I was like, I'm at baby step 1. I'm going to save €1,000 and have that in the bank. Jesus, I'm not even joking. €1,000. The only thing I've ever saved for is to get loans. I've only ever saved money to get money, to borrow money. In my credit union, if you save 2 grand, you can get 10 grand. If you save 4 grand, you can get 20 grand. That was the only way I looked at savings, guys. I know it's bad, but it was how I was educated. It was what was around me. It was what my peers were doing. So I thought that was normal. That was my normal. So I'm going to talk through the budget mindset planner because I want you to understand how my thinking came about this book. How the story behind the planner. You've heard my story. I got into debt pretty bad, lost my mind, lost my shit, to be honest with you. And how I came back and how this planner came about. I basically cleared, I'd say it was 51 weeks it took me. I cleared 15,027 in debt. I wasn't on mad money. Actually, I was on lower money than I normally was, and I did it. I did it. I did it. I showed up every single week on Instagram. I took students in. I sold furniture. I did surveys, hate surveys, did them. I did whatever it took to get me going, because you don't just, because I had no choice. That's the honest truth. I had no choice. This wasn't a game for me. This wasn't like, oh my God, I'm coming up every week to pay debts. I showed up because I had to show up. I had Liza and I had Louis, and they deserved better. They did not deserve me. Did not deserve me saying, oh my God, you know what? I'm just going to get another loan and get us out of this pickle. No. That was the end of that. I had to do better. I had to show them better. They didn't ask for this life, and I had to give them better. Anyway, let's go and focus on the planner. All right. Okay, guys, so we now have the budget mindset planner. I'm going to talk you through it. This is 140 GS. That's the paper size. You can see how GSM, sorry. That's the paper size there. So you can see how thick it is. And then the pages inside are 100. So they are really thick. I'm not going to show you everything because you have to pay. You have to pay for it. There's my dedication to Louis and Eliza. A budget planner have to be basic. And why do I have to charge somebody 50, 60 euro to get their finances right with a planner? So the price is 28 euro. That's how much I charge. But look at my hands, guys. This is how big this planner is. You could get like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you know what I mean? That's how big it is. That's how big this planner is. It's not a joke. And that's the thickness of it. It's not a joke. Yes, there is a pocket at the back and there's a lot of stuff in it. So I started this planner in March. So I'm going to go right to the start, and then I'm going to skip straight on to March, guys. I have there on page 1, it's all about the book. It's all about the planner. It's all about what I think this tool is, what it's done for me. I started budgeting like this, I think probably 4 months in. I started going, I need to prioritize, and this is what this plan is all about. It's prioritize budgeting. This is an example of how you do it. I'm gonna go through this, guys, and then we start with your goal setting. I want you to be setting. This is not just any goals. This is like your financial goals, where you see yourself in a year from buying this planner, where you think this planner is gonna get you. Where is this planner gonna get you? It's not where you think. And I don't want you to just what do you want to achieve using this book? I use goals as a guide. I don't use goals as your be all and end all, because I think that's a way of when you don't achieve your goals and people feel like, oh my God, I can't keep going. It's the habits of this planner. Every single month, I'm going to be asking things from you. So then it's like, let's create a visual board. I give you a rough idea of how to do the vision board. And I've done it on, usually I could have done it with that page and that, but I kind of wanted to go, you do your vision board, and if your vision changes, which it does, let's re-up. Let's do this again. And this is it. Your affirmations. I want to change people's habits about their thinking, their thought process about how they think of money. And your affirmation should be money based. I am good with money. I am resourceful. I have it in me every single day. And then your daily budgeting habits, 5-minute affirmation meditations. Is today a no spend day? Is that what we're going to do today? Let's follow it up. What are we going to cook for dinner? Did we do a meal plan? Did I have a look at my vision board? Did I? You know, what way am I ready to approach my goals positively? And then we have your current debt. So if you're in debt, guys, this is where your current debt is. I want you to see, like, who do you owe, for what amount, who do you owe, what you get the loan for. Do you know what I mean? What do you get it? Was it a couch? I want you to remind yourself why this loan has to go. What did you get it for? How much is the amount? What are you paying back month by month? So let's go to March. I'm going to go straight to March. I'll probably just edit this bit anyway. Okay. So budgeting, March, I started off really strong. You did not mess up. You had a learning opportunity. I don't believe in failure. I think failure is such a dangerous word because failure means that you feel like there's no comeback. It's a learning opportunity every single time. You didn't fail. I didn't fail because I was crap with money. I had to learn this so I can create a budget plan so I could share my story to help other people. That's what I had to do. I had to learn all that. So then we have the goal setting for the month. And by the way, like I said before, guys, goal setting for me is just a guide. It's a guide on how to, I want to make this a little bit closer, but not too close. That is too close. Okay. So guys, goal setting, it's just a guide for you through the month. It's the reason why that you're showing up every day. So you have your this month's goals. What do you want to do? What payments are due? What big ones are you going to pay out? And I do this like I'd say, okay, this month my electricity is coming and my car insurance is up. I might do that. Or I might go harder and say, this month my payment is due. I'm going to pay off 500 extra off this. Could be in your goals. You could put it where your payments is due. You could write your plan of action. What do you think you're going to do here? How are you going to do? Make a note. I kind of use this as a list. This one, I make a list of what I need to do. And then your monthly challenge. How are you going to challenge yourself? What challenge are you going to put in here to get this? Are you going to make sure you do a spending tracker every single day? Is that a tracker? Is that a challenge you're going to do? Then I have the notes section. So notes are notes. Let's not mess around with that. The next page, I gave you a full-blown page and I gave you room to write in this. This is your money calendar. This is where you're going to put where your money is coming in, where it's going out. So you're always aware. This is one of the first things I always do. I literally do my goals and I go straight into my money calendar and I'm writing in where the payments is going in for the next month straight away. Straight away you should be doing this, guys. Then boss moves. So boss moves is if you want to level up, if you want to, maybe you want to start that business or the side hustle that you've always thought about, what you're going to do, what's your expected earnings from that this month. And then I always put in a little sneaky question. How much money did you save or pay off? Right back to your goal setting, right back to that every time. But then we actually want to go and ask you, what did you actually do with your boss moves that you said you were going to do at the start of the month? What future ideas do you want to put in this? What can be changed? Remember, it's always a learning opportunity. Your no spend days, make them as pretty. Guys, I make this so pretty. You get the pastel pencils and you literally color it in and it's so pretty. My friend gave me this idea, the credit union hun, on Instagram. And then I actually put little colors around here. It's so pretty when it's done, like, oh my God. And it's actually really relaxing. I didn't want you to just think of this planner as doom and gloom. I'm trying to create opportunities for you to always be in it, always be flexing, always be tightening things. Then you have the meal planner. If you know me, I love cooking, love cooking. So I'm always trying to think of different recipes that I share with you. If you're not following me on Instagram, once again, please do. And then we're going to go to the big daddies, which is my budget plan. This is my budgeting method, and this method saved my life. I'm not going to lie, it really has. It's priority-based budgeting, so it's based on the priorities, especially if you're only starting to budget. This is a game changer. It really is. So you would have your wall budget. I'm gonna do a whole video just on this because I think that this deserves, like, this really does deserve, you know, a place on its own. So I'm gonna go through this roughly and then I'm gonna come back and then I'm gonna actually, the next video that I make is gonna be about the 4 families budgeting method. So you have the wall families. These are your high priorities. These are your needs. Then, so you write your wall. So these are your house, your electricity, you know, those bills that not just a little, no, not your cable or not your Netflix. This is not here. This is food. I'm not talking about going out either. This is food as in what are you eating? you know, what do you need? What do you cook? The food that you cook, your food shop. This is your electricity. This is your travel. You need to travel to work. This could be your childcare. You need childcare. Like me, a single parent. Some people put their health insurance because they might be high risk and they can't actually function without having their health insurance. So I'm like, if that's what you need, you put it in there. This is personal to you. So my walls is usually around the 4-wall family, the 4 walls, which is housing, your utilities, your travel, and your food. And then I put childcare as well. And I know someone was like, look, Santis, my healthcare is a need. Then you have your long family. These are important. These are your sinking funds. You know, I put my Christmas in there. The savings I save for Christmas, the savings I save for birthdays. I put all those in there. I also put, say, my broadband. I would put that in there as well. Then you have your fun days. Your fun days are the fun family on the street. You know, they are the family where they come and they loosen things up. I feel like even though this is priority based, you have to prioritize your well-being as well. I have my self-care in there, and basically I have the children's self-care in there as well. So when they ask for something, I'm never stuck, because what happens is the guilt. Sometimes when you're going so hard on your wall family, you might not want to give money to. You might feel like, oh, maybe I need to give more money to the kids. But when you have a set amount, then you go, actually, my budget is balanced and this is what you're going to get in your envelope. And when that's gone, it's gone. That could be their pocket money, etc. Then you have your Joneses. This is why you're working so hard. This is your level up. This is your extra debt payment. This is where you are paying for... This is where you are paying, you know, the extra all the time. This is where you're working so hard and you're cutting back to go. This is where you're saving for your house. This is where you have your emergency fund. This is where you have that dream holiday, you know. This is where you are starting to invest. This is why you're giving back to charity. This is what this is all about. So that's the budget, the payday budget. And what I do is you start your income, and that starts there. That's all the little income that you earn, or a lot of income that you earn. Your wall family, you minus it off that. Your wall family, you total it up, you minus it off your starting income, that becomes the new starting income. Your long family, you total it up, you minus it, then you take it away from that starting income, and that becomes your new starting income on the other side, and the same on this side. I give you 5 of these, guys. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have our spending tracker. Our spending tracker is so good because I gave you not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. Okay, well, it is 5. No, it is 5. Sorry. That's enough. But if you're starting and you're a crazy spender, I didn't want people, I'd rather give too much than too little, you know? And then that's your sinking fund tracker. So literally write down all your sinking funds in there. And I split my sinking funds into 2. You have your cash envelopes, and then you have your sinking funds, which are digital or could be in your bank. Whether you do online banking, at least you know what they are. At least you know what the starting balance is every month, and at least you know what's going in. And I'd say leave the end balance clear. And what you do is, I color code every single thing, and I'm going to show you a budget that I do, but that'll be in the next one because it all ties into this. I color code everything. So when you see me doing my budget and I say, okay, the wall family is coming out of my bills account, or it's coming out of, I'm going to pay this into my sinking fund this week. Every time I do that, literally I will put that there. I literally put where I'm entering money in, and when you see me doing the spending tracker, I'm literally going, okay, this is what I've spent, and I'm color coding it to see where that money is coming from. At the end of the month, I total that up, and then I take it away from the sinking fund or the cash envelope. So yeah, that's what I do. And then there's another page for notes, and we start on April, which is our next one. I am going to do a full video on how I budget in this, because I think that it's a habit that we should all have, and I think I owe it to you to do that anyway. So the budget mindset planner is €28. euro plus delivery. I'm gonna talk to you again. My planner is my baby. It took me, now you can see now guys, it's bits that I didn't actually tell you about, but I wanted to show. I actually know that this planner is going to be a workhorse, so I got a little bit. You can keep it in there, you can keep it wrapped up. At the back of it, I have some fun debt payoff trackers in it, so you can see them there. And how I do them is I have 100 of each of the symbols that I have, and whatever your debt payment is, your goal, your saving goal. So you can do that for paying off debts, or you can do it for savings. Whatever that is, guys, all you have to do is put 100, you divide it by 100, and that's what each doodle is worth. You see it there? That's what each of them is worth, and that's all you have to do. It's really good. It's a really simplistic way. In the back as well, I have a pocket there. You see it? I have a pocket there. So this, and I love the gold edging, because I want you not only to be gold, but gold, you know. So I love the gold. It's a bit of luxury as well. Yellow is bright. It's a beacon for you. That's the way I was thinking behind it. The yellow, it's a beacon for anybody who is trying to avoid the budget. I'm like, that big yellow is going to be in the corner there for you to watch. Also, in Chinese culture, yellow is for prosperity, so I think it's a really good color, and it happens to be my favorite color as well. And then you have the gold, because you know we all deserve a bit of luxury. Light your candle, get your best pen out, sit down, do your budget. When I was pricing it, I asked quite a few people how much, and a lot of people will tell you the price everybody was telling me to go to was 38 euro, and I just couldn't, even though when I was getting them printed, I was like you see me gulping there, I was like, oh my God, Jesus. This is actually more expensive than I thought for all what I wanted. And they were like, you need to cut back the pages. I was like, no, because if someone is starting, I need to make sure that everything is in here for them. Then they were like, okay, maybe we need to look at the quality of the pages. Maybe we need to go a little bit lower. And then I was like, no, I can't even work with you. And then I went to somebody else who were like, we need to have the quality of the page higher. And I was like, okay, I didn't even realize that, but I just knew that I didn't want it to be like paper thin, you know, like people are writing and not even enjoying writing out their budget, like they're, you know, something so big in your life, you want to make it a nice process. So people were like 38 euro, 40 something euro, and I was like, I can't sell it for that. I need people to know that it's not just about me making a profit. It's the fact that like this makes my heart sing. This makes me get up every morning. And when someone says, Santos, you know what, I paid off 20 grand in 2 years, I'm like, oh my God, yeah, this is what spurs me on. I need people to do this budget. I need them to get it with me. You know, I'm on this journey and I want everybody with me. So I can't price people out of the market, but then I can't price so low then I can't get a next order, or I can't make any money at all off it, you know. So I was thinking along those lines as well. But I'm happy with the price, 28 euro. I think it's everybody that has gotten this planner. I'm actually shocked that they can't believe the value for money. And that's all I wanted to give people, value for money. And I guess some people were like, Jesus, I thought it was just going to be a small little thing. It's not. It's a Bible. I don't do things by half. Nope. I do not do things by half. I go hard all day, every day. But yeah, this is my baby. It's a planner, and it's only going to get better. And I think I've started off the best way I possibly can. I bloody negotiated everything to get this here, and I'm just delighted that I did. And from a journey, it didn't come from the brightest place, but hopefully it'll take everybody to the brightest place, if you get what I'm trying to say. Thanks very much for listening, and I hope I didn't waffle too much, but I wasn't gonna. It's my baby, it's my third child, and at the end of the day, it deserves to be acknowledged, and it deserves for you to know the process of me. And it's not just a budget planner, it's a budget mindset planner. I want you to change the way you think about the money that you work so hard to earn. You can have control over your life. you can have control over the destination. I have a Facebook group, Instagram group, sorry, which is the Budget Mindset Club. And if you would like to, if you bought the planner at thebudgetmindsetclub.com, which is my website, I will link everything down below. And you wanted to get a little bit like after sale treatment, come into the Budget Mindset Club. This is where we motivate each other, and I talk about bits and pieces that maybe you might not be so sure of. I also have a lot of information in here around the planner, around the way I budget as well. I deliver to the Americas, I deliver to North America and Canada. We deliver to Europe and the UK. And I don't think, Australia is my next one I'm trying to get to, so bear with me. I'm only a small little baby. The last time, which was 3 days ago, that I was trying to do this video, I had 75 planners left. I'm gonna be honest, I have 58 left. I can't order until I sell the last 58. We've done really well with them, and I'm really proud. But prices have gone up because of COVID. So I have to order a certain amount so I can make money. So hopefully, I don't think it's gonna be a problem selling, but the quicker I sell them is the quicker I can order. So I'm like, I didn't know all about this process. And I'm gonna cash flow this business. Obviously, I'm all about not being in debt, and this business is gonna be a debt-free business. So yeah, it's my baby, and long may it grow, because in order for me to support my dreams, I'm supporting everybody else's dreams. How is that for aligning your goals with your values? Like, it's just the best thing for me. Thanks very much for watching. I'm sorry this took so long, but I hope it was worth it. Bye.